Here we have the all-new 2025 Nissan Kicks. Now this one comes in the SV trim level in powder white. And then we have charcoal cloth interior. For the powertrain, we get a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. That's mated to the Xtronic CVT. Power output is going to be 141 horsepower, 140 pound-feet of torque. Now as we come around to the front end here, I absolutely love this design. LED headlamps along with LED daytime running lights. And just a great look even on this SV trim level. Having the gloss black there, the aluminum brush finish there. It looks so good in person. Sorry about the wind noise. There's a tropical storm coming in, so I'm trying to get this done as soon as possible. Down here we get the 17-inch steel wheels with a flex cover. So these are pretty impressive because they look like aluminum wheels, but they are steel wheels that just kind of have a little flair to them. Now we get passive keyless entry on the front. Over here we get our power mirror controls, power door locks, one-touch automatic up and down windows on all 4 doors, and then we do have our rear window lock there. Even though this is the SV, I like the trim here. It's kind of a soft carpeted feel. Bottle holders here. Auto stop toggle, hood release. We get a manual tilt, telescopic steering wheel. And then finally, we have that driver's seat here. So we can pump that seat up and down, move the seat back and forth, and move the seat bottom back and forth. So just a quick look at the driver's seat here for now. Pretty impressed so far. I want to give a huge thank you to John Roberts Nissan for allowing me to review this Kicks as soon as it hit the ground. I'll leave a link below in the description. And if you're looking to get the best price on one of these in your area, just click on that second link down below. It takes a minute to fill out your information, and I'll get your local dealers fighting to get you that best price on one of these. But sticker price $25,690, which is pretty good, especially because this engine is new for this car. We used to have the 1.6 that was in the Versa, but here we have the new 2-liter that we see in the Sentra. And still pretty good fuel economy. But I have that seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs, so we're gonna check out the rear seat room. So not terrible. Again, this is a small, pretty much a compact SUV, and the space in here is pretty good. Again, that's for someone of my size sitting up there, and I could probably move the seat up a little bit more if I wanted to, but we have the seat back pocket on the front passenger seat. You get the nice LED dome lights there, grab handle there. So you're missing a few things, but for this price point, nothing I would necessarily complain about. We don't have the middle seat that folds down, but we can fold the whole seat now. I should say we don't have the middle seat that has the cup holders. But I like this. That's pretty neat there. And to the back end, they just did a great job with this as well. Looks very nice. Rear parking sensors integrated in that bumper there. Underneath the vehicle, there's the exhaust. Let's go ahead and pop the lift gate here. And decent space again for this being a compact SUV. Now the only thing I'm kind of curious about is we have the pockets on the side. I'm assuming you can add a net, or there's supposed to be a net there, because you have this space on either side, or maybe you could just put taller bottles or something that you want back here, but you don't necessarily want them rolling around. We get a full-size spare 17-inch donut down there. And then we also get capless fuel filler here. Some may like that, some may not. I'm gonna scoot this front seat up so I can show you how the seat folds down. So all we have to do is pull up here. That storm's coming. And that's how that folds down. Top tethers are right there. And then this is supposed to hold your seatbelt in. Put that in right there. Yeah, I need to hurry up. Jeez. And there's a front passenger seat there, which is manual. And again, you can scoot that back pretty far. Glove compartment space. So parts content is right here, mostly Mexican, which is to be expected for a vehicle that's this inexpensive, I think. And then we're gonna pop the hood. And there's that 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. Again, 141 horsepower, 140 pound-feet of torque. I like having the Kicks nameplate right there. It's just kind of neat having that in the engine bay. Something I haven't really, I guess, noticed, if I've ever seen it at all. So let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat here. So hard plastic steering wheel here. There's the horn sound. Now to the radio, we do get, and I'll show you this, AM, FM, XM along with Bluetooth. We have 2 USB-C ports to plug your phone in, and then we have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Now my Apple CarPlay is hooked up wirelessly, so that's why that's there. I was doing a sound system test. I'll leave a link for that if you all want to take a look and kind of see what the stock speakers sound like in here. But I really like this home page here once the phone is actually linked up, because it has everything I need. I have a shortcut to go to add a device for Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, Bluetooth, all of that. So that's how you manage those connections. And then you can go in here, easily pull up the maps and everything like that. Easily get to the music, and then here you can pull up the actual CarPlay there and go through everything that's available to you. And then you just hit this to go back to the actual radio. So it's pretty neat, and I like how simplistic it is, because you really don't have much to worry about. You can customize it if you want to, like add a widget or whatever. And there's so much you can fool with while not, it doesn't feel overwhelming, if that makes sense, but there's still a lot you can do to customize it and make it your own. Backup cameras there. I do like that we have the guidelines that follow you as you turn the steering wheel. Now the picture could be better. It could be much better. So I'm kind of disappointed in that, but again, for the money, I'm not surprised. Now down here, volume knob, you can adjust that. Brightness there. Hazards. And then down here we have single zone manual climate control. So we can adjust the fan direction here, fan speed, temperature, the AC. Down here we get 2 USB-C ports. Again, that's what goes to your radio, but you can also use them for charging as well if you don't want to use this included wireless charging pad. Electronic parking brake, pull up to engage the brake, press down to disengage. Automatic brake hold, and then shifter, just grab that. Even though it's a CVT, you can still fool with that a little bit, but probably the most that you can do is gonna have to do with the drive mode. So you do get 3 drive modes here, your Eco, Standard, and Sport. So that really is the only way that you can kind of adjust how you want this thing to handle, whether you want it to be efficient or whether you want it to be a little quicker. Bottle holders are here. Center console cubby space with a 12-volt, very tiny in here, but you know, it makes up for that by having these bigger cup holders, and everything is here in the center console space. Look at the back seat from up here. And one thing I am impressed with is that we do get these white lights throughout. Usually, you know, companies try to cut corners and make those the yellow dim lights, but I like that they did that. We do have a sliding visor, the vanity mirrors here, but no light anywhere to be found. I feel like there's probably one there in the higher trims. That's why there's a cutout there. But this is the first trim I've reviewed, so I'm kind of glad, because this is the one that most people are going to get. Blinkers are here. Auto high beams can be turned on or off there. And I like that it gives you a nice notification. It's only available with the auto. And that's how you adjust that. And then another cool thing is being able to adjust the brightness of the screen here. And that's something that's very neat. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Over here we get our intermittent wipers. So one time off, intermittent low high. We can adjust that intermittent frequency here, and our rear wipers right there. Push back for the rear wiper fluid, pull up for the front wiper fluid. Now over here, volume, tracklist or radio station presets, voice recognition, Bluetooth, and then we can go through our gap adjust for the cruise control here. And then we can set the speed and whatnot there. Now here, we use this to go through our shortcut menu, and then we can use this as a scroll bar depending on what menu we're in, and then go through the sub menus right there. So I like that there's quite a bit that you can do here, again, without it being super overwhelming. Tire pressure monitors, engine temperature, or coolant temp, excuse me. So that's pretty neat. And then go into the settings, you can really adjust a lot of things, including your units of measurement and your language. But that's pretty much a rundown of that. Your push button starts right here. Finally, here's the key fob.